Hi, my name is Alexander Smith. It's May 31st, 2013. I'm here to give my introductory speech for Speech 205, and the subject of my speech is the people who have shaped my life. Most of the people giving their introductory speeches are revealing the hardships and adversity they face throughout their life. I guess I'm boring in that respect because I haven't really had much to overcome. My family's been fairly well off for most of my life, but we were never loaded, but we've never struggled or had to live paycheck to paycheck or crunch pennies just to pay the bills. They moved when I was young to put me into a better school and ensure that I could have the best education possible. I grew up in a household where vacations were not just a rarity, but they were expected. Overall, my family has done what it could to put me in a situation where I could succeed and achieve what they thought to be my potential. Though not only through providing the best for me, my family has done what it could to help shape and mold me into the person I am today. One of these people that have had a major impact on my life is my father. Without him, I'm not sure where I'd be today. He's always the more stern one of the household, but every household needs a balance. I took a lot of traits from him. Whether it's nature or nurture, I don't know. We're both fairly calm and quiet individuals that can take some time to warm up with people. We both write left-handed, but do nearly everything else right-handed. I don't know why. We both grew up with an affinity for math and science and always pushed ourselves to succeed in school. After high school graduation, he went on to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering at USC. Thankfully, I didn't follow him in that respect. I am currently working on a similar, but not the same, degree of industrial engineering at the Fine Clemson University. He's done a lot for me when it comes to advising me in my approach to school and has been my biggest mentor. Though not just from school, he has always been there to help mentor me and lead me whenever I needed direction. And as expected, my mother is another person I'm here to talk about. She's been my closest contact throughout my life. To balance out my dad, she's always been very loving and a bit easier on me. Not to say her expectations were all too low, though. If there was ever something I wanted, she'd be the person to go to, because getting it from her was a much easier task. We've always been close, and being her only child, sometimes a bit closer than I would have wanted. But as I've grown older, I do like having her around and have wanted to be as close as possible. Growing up, she always kept tabs on me just to make sure that I was making the best grades and doing the right things. My schoolwork always had to be done and done right. With her rules, there was little budging. Some say that watching over your child like that is a bad thing, that they need to develop responsibility for themselves and learn the repercussions for their own actions. But I feel like this upbringing made me value the results of my own work and developed me to a point where I would strive for the best. As much as I didn't understand the point then, I have nothing but respect for her parenting now. The final person I was hoping to address was the huge impact my grandmother has made on my life. She is extremely family-oriented and has done her best to keep my whole family close. A few times a week, I would go stay with her after school along with my cousins as a child. We were at an age where we were old enough to go home alone, but she wanted us to come by occasionally just to keep us close. My whole father's side of the family still has dinners together once a week. Sadly, I miss those now because I'm up in Clemson, but they are always delicious. She was always interested in our hobbies and did her best to either come and show support or even participate herself. Compared to most people my age and even older, I feel like I have more interest in being around my family and participating in our gatherings. Because of her, I think I've developed a strong familial bond and hope to continue that close relationship amongst my family for the rest of my life. As I've just told you, these three have done innumerable things to help shape me into the person I am today. They always have done the best to provide for me and put me in a position to succeed. They create a sense of responsibility within me to give me to strive for the best and not to settle. Now it's time for me to make their efforts worthwhile and make something of myself.